Oh, it actually worked now. Yes, but nobody would ever express their opinion as fact on the internet.
Though I know I should be wary, still I venture someplace scary. Ghostly haunting, I turn loose. Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice!
We also know that nobody has ever effed up on a technicality on the internet. It's not like lag's a thing or anything, and that's how I maximized my Frostbolt DPS back in the good old vanilla WoW days in the Molten Core. It totally was. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. What we're here to talk about today is, should we label opinions opinion on the internet? Because this apparently seems to be the thing that's going around, whether it's with the QAnon crowd. I'm sure now we can actually have the banner down below, YouTube friends and everything. Apparently you got tagged with another video talking about Wall Street. Which seemed kind of odd. Thank you, LDG, for pointing that out for me. That kind of rhymed. I never do that all the time. Now, I am not a cat in the hat, at least not today. But whether it's that, and because apparently with on the Twitters and everything, I saw something with Miss Erin Burnett from CNN and everything, and she was interviewing one of the folks that kind of went down that rabbit hole and everything. And I was talking with somebody on the Portal Community Discord a little bit earlier about it. I'm like, well, it just makes perfect sense. How does it make perfect sense? Well, it's very simple. How does it work? It's like you see something, you're like, oh, that doesn't really make sense, but I mean, that would be terrible. You say something that's emotionally out there, that's really charged, that all of a sudden the brain goes into fear mode. Oh, this is terrifying, but it's probably not true. So then you reach out to somebody that you know and trust, and you see what they think. And if they say, oh my God, you saw that on TikTok? Well, look at this YouTube video. Look at this Facebook Live. What's going on here? And all of a sudden, if you're looking for something, it's probably enough neurons making connections that you start to go, put this piece together, put this piece together. Oh my God, I'm not supposed to know about this. Oh, I must be in on something. I am part of something. Oh, this is dangerous. So the danger continues to well. We continue to get more and more fired up because it's the whole fear thing. It's the whole fight or flight thing. It's like, well, I need to continue doing this research and everything. And by research, we often mean consuming videos like this on the internet, because why? Who doesn't like entertaining things? I know I do. But it was very fantabulous, and it's just the more and more you consume, the more and more you interact, which continues to feed the algorithms. The algorithms are like nom 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 nom, and very often continue to push more and more of this forward. Okay. Now, would any of these things be as effective if they were labeled opinion? A lot of folks throw out the word conspiracy theory. In my opinion, number one, it should be a conspiracy hypothesis, because a theory actually means that there's something supporting it. It is yet to be falsified. When it's wholly proven, to our knowledge, it becomes a law. Or at least that's how science worked back when I was in school. I know those were many years ago now. God, I'm getting old. But as this all goes, whether it's that or even sort of listening to one of the Tim Pool videos earlier, I know, go figure. It's like, now, to be fair, the New York Times literally say, well, this was a conspiracy. I'm like, yeah, I mean, if it is, I mean, shouldn't that be investigated if you're just saying it? I'm just saying. If there's something going on, yeah. But Mr. Pool's inferences were, oh my God, they're telling us everything was like rigged, quote unquote, there. Something like that. Not quote unquote, those single quotes, because that was the vibe I was getting. Again, that was something that I learned within school. You don't want to do a direct quotation unless they actually said that. But I'm like, okay, that's possible. Anything is possible. But I'm pretty sure from the article you were reading verbatim from, it says they were attempting to protect the election and its integrity in and of itself, no matter who won. Because I mean, maybe it was completely out there. Maybe they're like, oh my God, they're going to tell us how everything is this, that, the other thing. That is possible. I mean, I haven't seen any hard evidence for that. I've heard a lot of people speculating, and we all know speculation on the internet, it has to be true. Why? 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 We like to be entertained. This is how it rolls here. But yes, I see you there, Willie, in the chat. Thank you for joining. Shout out to my patrons, Joe Franco and Dave M. This broadcast is helped made possible by viewers like you. And again, to circle all the way around, because we need more love in this world. You can title a video whatever the heck you want. But what do we often see? Well, we live in the clickonomy. People want to get clicks. Why? People want to get paid. I know I would love to do something like that. I was off of the partner program many years ago before Google really bought it. Other vices, other salt, for another time. But as far as all this goes, what do you see? You see videos claiming the most salacious things in the world rather than, oh, here's something that's thoughtful. Why do they do that? It's not like anybody would ever use a catchy thumbnail to try to get clickbait or something like that. Again, people are playing the game the way it's laid out. Kind of like Wall Street Bets was doing that with the stock market. The game was laid out a particular way. People found creative use of game mechanics. I'm just saying, if people do have compelling arguments, if it's just their opinion, what's wrong with labeling it opinion? I mean, it's not like people are afraid they get less clicks or anything. It's not like the sheer fact that I start off this video with saying opinion that people would automatically discount it because they could just say, well, that's your opinion, rather than insert horrible thing that we're going to try to make people think is fact here. I know, it totally works with me. I click on those things all the time. And then I listen, I'm like, oh, well, you're just kind of BSing. So then I adapt my model and just assume that very often, if folks are saying these very salacious things, like even one of Pool's earlier videos where it's like, representative removed. Oh, well, that happens to be a congressional representative. They kicked them out of Congress. No, they removed from their committee roles. That's a little bit of a different mimetic. It's not like we're trying to emphasize certain parts and try to get people to think certain things that would then go into a particular narrative. No, that's what us good doobies on the internet are for. See, now me, I'm totally evil. I totally accept that. I am the insert Walter White quote or something there. It's like, okay, I can accept that, but we all know nobody would ever project on the internet. Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. See, I just like squirrels. This is the thing. Squirrels and some K-pop music. I think it helps make the world a better place. I could be wrong about this. This is just my hypothesis. But all I know is a wise woman once told me that people want their opinions to be facts. And on the internet, Rule 34 is a thing, so you can essentially find just about whatever you want, for better or worse. That's just how the game rolls. I see you there, MC, as well as Parrothead. Welcome one, oh welcome all. MC, we were talking about you earlier. I was talking with Miss Wolfshot, and I was saying how I miss seeing her and you get at it, because while I might be just the inflatable punching scaly, I feel like you treat her like a daughter. So you don't like to be mean to her. It's a wonderful thing. But hey, I do not condone drug use for squirrels. Even though that was totally a story you covered. I'm going to have to find that out. I'm just going to start covering some old stories as well. Because why? Because it's a wonderful thing. And you know what? We need some more wonderful things in this world because there's so much terrible stuff going on. But with that, everyone, just something to think about, just something to chew on. If you took any video here on the internet and you started off with opinion, if any of those videos were labeled opinion, would it change your perspective? Do you think the game would change? I don't know. All I know is if that something like that happened, and if you were expressing opinions on news or something, if you didn't put that there, it's not like if you didn't get paid for it, you totally adapt to it. Either that or you could just tell straight facts. I mean, that's an option as well. Just something to think about. Thank you all for watching. Peace out, everybody. Be safe. And long live the elbow bump.
낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 오빤 강남스타일